What's going on, guys? It's your boy Salty. I'm back with another video. Today I wanted to show you guys what I do when I am ramping against an opponent. All right, and they're ramping at me like this. So basically what I do now is I will start ramping up at my opponent and I will put a pyramid right here. Now basically this gives me a lot of options, pretty much three main options that I would choose from in this situation. Now obviously, like I said, you can read the situation. If you do this and your player is confused and they don't put walls around your pyramid and jump up, all you have to do after placing the pyramid is just edit through it and continue getting the high ground and you're good. Now like I said, if you put the pyramid on here and the enemy actually does this, which is what they're supposed to do, all right, they go on here, they put walls and they jump up, and now they have the high ground. So this is the situation you're going to be in. Obviously they do that and you can't edit yourself anywhere, so that's going to be useless. Now if they do this is where you're going to pull out this move, which is something I've been working on recently, and it actually is really effective to not only surprise your opponent but actually take high ground pretty quickly. So this is all you're going to do. You're going to jump off and time it correctly, and boom, now you have high ground as well, and you guys are just still battling for it. Now the secret to this is to basically jump off and again put the floor down, but also you want to land perfectly on the edge so that basically you can just continue the ramp upwards. So again, you want it to be one fluid motion and you want it to be as quick as possible. So as you can see, I'm going to jump off onto the very edge, boom, get the ramp going, and now I'm up here quick and I'm contesting for high ground. All right, so tip number 2, this is going to be where you are actually one ramp over your opponent. So your opponent will be about right here. So here is your opponent, you just ramped over them one. Now this is what I'm going to recommend you to do. So once you identify that you are one ramp over your opponent, first off, you're going to want to put a floor beneath you, and then you can also put a pyramid above you. Now the pyramid above you is optional, but I would still pretty much recommend doing it just so you can make sure that they don't get a pyramid on you, and just keep your options open so you can edit through it and basically do what you want with it. Now the reason putting the floor here is so crucial, because if your opponent is below you like this and they're below the ramp and you put this floor here, they actually aren't going to be able to put the pyramid above your ramp. With the floor, they actually can't get a pyramid in unless they get all the way back and they hit it like this. But by that time, even if they do get the pyramid off, they just get basically wasted so much time trying to do that, and you will still have high ground anyway. That is why that floor here is so effective. Not only that, because you ramp over them and get the high ground, there is a pretty big possibility that they're just gonna box in like this in a 1x1. And basically, if your enemy does do that, since this is your ramp and your floor, you can edit through it pretty quickly and get shots off on your enemy really quickly, and they pretty much will not see it coming at all. Here's a clip of me doing that in my live stream the other day. All right, so here's an example of a 1v1 between me and Kiwi Face. We ran a few 1v1s the other day, and this clip basically perfectly summarizes the move that I'm talking about. Basically, I got some comments asking me to show some examples, so here you guys go. I also get a lot of comments saying that all of my tutorials and basically moves would never work against people that are good at building. Well, here you go. Kiwi Face, absolute monster, really good player, and this move does work on him, takes him by surprise, and I am able to get the high ground. So as you can see, I'm going to play it pretty slow motion right here. Basically I'm in a 1x1, as you can see, and I'm basically just holding the floor and the roof button to make sure he can't get any shots onto me. Right here, he's just trying to break the pyramid to make it his own, and I'm pretty sure he does successfully do that. It's a little laggy, but he does get the pyramid, edits it out so that now all he has to do is break the floor. And this is when I hit him with the move. So as you can see, I'm just going to randomly jump out, boom, place the floor there, get some walls, get some ramps, and I do successfully take the high ground using that move. As you can see, it is effective. It does work against good players, and that is its use in build fights. All right, here's a situation where I actually pyramid myself and then end up editing through it and just retaking high ground and basically trapping my opponent in it. And if this was an actual game and I had traps, it would have been an easy trap kill. As you can see, I pyramid myself. Now basically that inhibits this guy who I'm going against. His name is Tyler.Mar. This restricts him, as you can see, by not allowing him to place any ramps of his own. So as you can see, he's pretty disoriented. He's trying to place his own ramp and he's not allowed to. And then all of a sudden, here I am. I make a surprise edit on him through my pyramid, trap him with my ramp, trap him with my floor, and he is trapped under here, and I am now well above him and have high ground. And again, guys, like I said, this all stemmed from me actually being in the worst position. Like I said, here is me on the left, here is Tyler.Mar on the right. He actually does have the advantage right here, has high ground, is looking to get a shot on me, and that's where I'm going to put the floor down. Now Like I said, that is good for evading shots. Right here, I'm going to double ramp up. He's just going to actually try to retain his high ground, which is the right play to make. And as you can see, he is above me, right? He is above me on high ground. Here, I'm going to put the pyramid, confuse him, make a surprise edit, come through, trap him, and take the high ground. Very simple stuff, but this is even against a good player. Me and him were doing multiple 1v1s. He is a very good player. Like I said, this is just another tactic that can work against top level players, but also is actually really good against, you know, worse players. All right, so now I explained why you should put the floor down. The reason I put the pyramid down, again, is to keep your options open in case they actually do somehow get the pyramid off. The floor is going to stop you from most engagements, but if they're at a funky angle, they are going to be able to bypass the floor and still put the pyramid there. So that is why I put my own pyramid there, just in case they get a random angle on it and they are able to pyramid me. So again, you can do the standard edit play through it, or you can use the option like that and keep your high ground. Now, tip number 3, this is going to be for when you actually lose the high ground and your opponent ramps over you. Your opponent's going to be here and you are going to be here. All right, so if the enemy does put the stair over you, one thing you can do is quickly put your own pyramid there, put walls all around, and then put 2 traps right here, one on this wall, one on this wall, and then quickly close it up. That should get you a guaranteed kill. Now, if you don't have any traps, all right, that makes the situation a little more difficult. Again, still get up there and still put the pyramid down. That's just gonna basically block your opponent for the meantime. And you're gonna want to get good at this particular move. Now, basically, you want to align yourself with this ramp above you, and you want to get the timing down perfectly to make sure that you can jump on your own floor that you place down right here. Again, you don't want to be too close here. You're going to hit your head and you're not going to be able to get on the floor. You obviously don't want to be too far this way, or you aren't going to make it onto the floor. Find that sweet spot where you can jump on the floor and make a quick play to try and regain high ground. So this is what it's going to look like in fast motion. You see that they ramp over you. You're going to get your pyramid on there and then quickly are going to try to retake the high ground. And it should be pretty easy if you get your opponent stuck on the pyramid. But this tactic actually is really useful. I'm seeing in a bunch of situations where people are ramping into me and we're meeting pretty much at the top and they're going to get there before me. Also, guys, be sure to check out G2A. The link to that will be down in the description below. You can get video games and other video game equipment on a very big discount. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hope you guys learned these new high ground retakes and counter methods and build fights. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.